Hey everyone, it's Amanda, and today I'm going to be doing my October TBR. So October, I have my TBR basket stuffed full of books, and they are all scary books. I have a lot of kind of scarier books, and I have a nice assortment for the month because it's Halloween. Of course, this is a great time to read these books. So I'm going to get started really quickly. The first one is Trick or Treat by Richie Tankersley Cusick. This is a teen point horror fiction story. I love the cover of this book. I think that that's so Halloween. Like there's a pumpkin and such a cool looking house. I love that house. But anyway, I don't know much about this book. I remember this book being in the library when I was in junior high, and I never took it out. So I'm really excited to read it. The next one is Halloween Party by Wendy Corsi Staub. I just bought this book at the Goodwill, and I was really excited to find it because I have two other books by Wendy Corsi Staub that I haven't read yet, but they're crime fiction, so I didn't know she had written some horror, and I'm thinking this may have been one of her first stories. Yes, because it has Halloween Party and Witch Hunt listed under her books. So one of her first. I don't know much about it. It has a creepy, I'm not sure what that is, but there's a pumpkin looking cake and there's something stuck in it. It looks like maybe a knife or, oh, it's an axe. I believe it's an axe, but really excited to read this. And it has good ratings on Goodreads. It only has a few, but what is written about it is pretty good. Then I'm going to read Halloween Night, books 1 and 2 by R.L. Stine. These are not in the Fear Street series. These are just his like standalone books, but this is like a duology, I guess. I don't know if it's the same characters. I don't know much about this book at all, but I'm looking forward to it. So these three I will be reading at the end of the month because they are all very related to Halloween. Then, probably the scariest book that I will read this month, according to what I've read and heard about this book, is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I've heard a lot of people talk about this book, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I know that I think this might be the book I read. Stephen King even had to stop writing the book for a while because it was creeping him out so much. So I can't imagine what it's like to be in his shoes. I just, because he thinks up some really strange things. But anyway, looking forward to this. The most frightening book Stephen King has ever written. So I know that's the opinion of many people. Is Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane. I have heard many great things about this book, and I did watch the movie to this book years ago. I think I pretty much remember the big twist. There's a huge twist at the end, but it's been a while, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I've heard it's a very good book. So I'm hoping to get to this one. This one, I believe, classifies as a Christian fiction, but it certainly sounds like a scary Christian fiction. And it is called Isolation by Travis Thrasher. And it's something about a missionary and his wife move back to the States, and the house is like strange things are happening. So this one I believe has pretty good reviews too. So I'm excited to read this. Another one that I believe falls in the Christian fiction realm, but it definitely looks creepy, is House of Dark Shadows by Robert Liparulo. Don't know a lot about this, but this is book 1 in the Dreamhouse Kings series. There's a lot of books in this series. I have a few of them, but I don't have all of them. So I'm looking forward to this one. And again, I don't know a lot about it. I think it has to do with an old house. Another one I'm going to read, or try to, is The Monstermologist by Rick Yancey. And this one, I have the first and the second book of the series. I know there's at least 4 books, maybe 5. I like this book because it has some creepy illustrations in it. It's just kind of cool, like these scissors. So I don't know how I'm going to like this book because I'm not a big fan of like monsters and stuff, but a lot of people have talked about it in a good way, and it won an award, so I'm going to give it a shot. Then another book I picked up, I believe, at the Salvation Army. I don't know if I'm going to read this cover to cover, but I do plan on reading this throughout the month, and it's Bloody Mary and Other Tales for a Dark Night by Stephen. I don't even think I'm going to try. I'm sorry. I don't know. A long last name. But it's really looks interesting. It's a lot of, like, I think it's urban legends. And there are a lot of stories in here. They're all pretty short and just sounds exciting and interesting and totally great for October. So maybe throughout the month, I'll just pepper some of these into my month. And then I wanted to read a John Saul book because I have a lot of John Saul books and have read 0. So I sure hope I like his books because got a lot. But I chose Creature because this one is about football players and it's scary. So what's better for October than football and scary? I believe it's about a football team and they all are really, really strong and powerful because something's going on there. So I'm excited about this one. Probably read this one fairly soon. Probably one of the first ones I read. And then the last book for the month that I plan on reading is House by Frank Peretti and Ted Decker. Now, this one I was so excited to buy when I first got it because, first of all, the cover is really creepy and I just thought it sounded really good. It's Christian fiction and it's kind of scary, but from what I've heard, it's not the best. Like, I haven't heard a lot of great things about it. So I don't know. We'll see if I like it. I hope I like it, but I don't have my hopes up like I did because I've heard some reviews. Several people, even people that I follow on BookTube, have said that it just wasn't their favorite, that they really didn't like it. So, I don't know. I know there's a movie on Netflix. I think it's still on Netflix that is based on this book. So, I will watch the movie at least if I don't read the book. But I'm going to give the book a chance and see. But yes, those are my books for October. I am continuing on with the book I'm currently reading, which I should have right now. And I went and grabbed the book that I'm reading now. Currently, I'm over halfway. I'd like to get this done quickly so that I can start on my October reads. But this is Eyes Wide Open by Ted Decker. It's actually 4 stories that he had written and released, I believe, for like ebook format, and then he put them into a bind up, but it's 1 story. And it's really interesting. It's good for October as well because it's about an insane asylum and I'm enjoying it a lot. So I hope to get this done soon so I can start on my pile of books. And that's it. So I'm going to let you go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.